more. But before we get into that, be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any of this tea. Now let's.
Hi my salty pecans, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Pamela, and on today's video I'm going to be doing a Monstera Albo update, and it's in regards to both of my Monstera Albos. It's going to be this one baby over here and the other baby over here. So I have so much fun updates to share with you all in regards to fenestration and no growth
Moments ever.
So if you're interested in just my Monstera Albo update, then keep on watching. So welcome back everybody. I am actually going to do the first update in regards to Hannah, my Albo. Hannah, this beauty right here. Before I show you Hannah and the update in regards to her, I want to give just a little bit of backstory in regards to the issues, or not really issues, but the work I wanted to put into these plants and the progress I was looking and expecting from these plants. So in regards to Hannah, I'm going to now pick her up. So originally when Hannah, one of my salty pecans, she actually gifted me this baby in 2020, and I believe Hannah only had 2 leaves. So I believe Hannah only had this bottom leaf and also this leaf. No, Hannah had this leaf and this leaf. So these all grew in my care. But as you can see, the bottom leaves are so mature, so fenestrated, just juicy, beautiful, so pretty. And over time, Hannah had just lost all of her fenestration. So the bottom leaf had just multiple fenestrations, more fenestrations, more fenestrations, and then the leaf started to get a little bit smaller, but still fenestrated. And then this leaf, it went from having 2, 4, 5 splits to just 1 split. And every foliage since then was just splitless. So I posed this question, posed this issue to my salty peeps. Most people advise that no, you don't have to worry about giving it a moss pole, because I was saying I wanted to give it a moss pole because people recommended that giving a moss pole will help it, grow upwards and will promote fenestration. So they were like, no Pam, don't worry about that. It will help, shape your plant, but moss poles do not, and it is not the end all be all in regards to fenestration. What I need to do is provide my plant with more light. I was a little nervous about giving, the Albo too much light, because I don't want any sunburn, leaf burn, because Monsteras, they are more of canopy plants. They grow under other plants, so they are really shaded, even though they are obviously outdoors, but they do prefer more of a shading, more ambient light versus bright direct light. So I decided to add a grow light right here, and I decided to move Hannah from where she used to be and moved her over there. And I had this grow light just really beaming on her throughout the day for several hours. And then also the positioning of this plant, it used to be here in this corner, but then I decided again to move it further exposed. So I have 2 northeast facing windows, and both of these windows just in the morning give this the most beautiful just boom 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 light, and it's so perfect. So after I added the plant to the moss pole, it grew this leaf, and I believe this leaf, right? And then it put out this leaf. I was a little disappointed that I'm oh, not fenestrated again, but I was not giving up any hope. I'm like, Hannah, you got this, baby, you got this. I am, supporting you. I'm motivating you. We are doing this. I'm going to continue to provide her with the appropriate watering. I'm going to, fertilize her, you know, when I can, I've only fertilized her once so far this spring season, but I made sure again to heed your warnings, take your advice, and provide her with more light, like I mentioned. So it's getting that nice bright indirect light from my northeast windows, and also getting the grow light from the grow light. So I am happy to announce that Hannah did put out a new fenestrated leaf. Ah, look at this. So Hannah's most recent leaf has put out a fenestration, and also it is not even attached to the moss pole. So this leaf, and that leaf, the top 3 foliage are not even attached to the moss pole. So yeah, moss poles are not a reasoning, you know, behind your plant fenestrating, but they do, you know, give your plant a bit more structure for your plant to grow upwards versus it just like freely flowing, doing whatever it wants. So this is the Hannah update. I am so excited. I do plan to fertilize her this watering session. The next fertilizing will be the following watering session that I'm going to be doing, or upcoming watering session. But I am so just happy and elated about that. I actually am not planning on repotting her anytime soon. But Hannah, I'm so proud of you, baby girl. I'm so hype. Hey, if you're still watching this video, before we get into the second Monstera Albo, please make sure you give this big old thumbs up, and, you know, share this video. Give me some love, because that is just how I know you're enjoying the video, by your interactions. Those interactions YouTube's like, oh, okay, well, it's not just being watched and people leaving, you know, people are actually engaging. So comment below, like the video, share the video. I would really appreciate all of that. And yeah, make sure you're following me on my other social media platforms also. HauzPlant, HauzPlant, and subscribe to this channel if you aren't already. Okay, if you're enjoying my content, you're absorbing my vibes, you're enjoying these good vibrations, it's such a sweet sensation, then yeah, thumbs this video up and subscribe. So let's get on to Monstera Albo update number 2. So Monstera Albo update numero 2 is in regards to the second Albo cutting that I got from my Salty Pecan Hannah. Yes, I named the original Albo after Hannah, but I haven't given the other Albo a name yet. Let me know what I should name the second Monstera Albo that I'm going to be showing you all. So in regards to this Monstera Albo, the issue that I had was, I think I've had this plant for about a year now, and originally when I traded Hannah for this plant, it was unrooted. It just had like an aerial root, and it was like a mid cutting, so I had to root the plant, and then the plant had to like establish itself enough and be happy. So within this last year, I was a little like, what are you doing? You know, get it together. It had like the new growth point, like the activation node, whatever it's called, but the plant was not putting out new leaves, and it was growing, but again, it was not pushing out foliage that I was expecting it, or that it needed to push out. So the same thing that I did with Hannah, I actually did with this plant, but in a different location. I'm not sure if you can see, but that is actually a grow light, and I purchased that grow light for $1 on wish.com years ago. I think in like 2018 or 2019, I purchased that purple red grow light from wish.com, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to use that clamp, right, that clamp light. I'm going to use the grow light, and I'm going to focus that grow light onto this particular Monstera Albo. And I am so beyond happy, beyond elated, because honestly, within a week of me adding that grow light, this plant pushed out a new leaf. So within that first week of that grow light being on this plant was just like, this is exactly what I needed. So I'm going to share you the first leaf that this baby has pushed out. And you're like, Pam, first leaf? You mean only leaf? No, honey. First of 2 and counting. So this is the first leaf that this particular cutting pushed out and the variegation beautiful. I'm not expecting it to be fenestrated because it's a mid cutting, it's not a top cutting. Top cuttings usually continue pushing out, you know, what the lower foliage had, but mid cuttings have to like basically reestablish itself as a whole brand new plant. So this is the first real full leaf that this Albo popped out, and then like literally like a week and a half, 2 weeks later, it decided, oh, I'm ready, I'm pregnant, we're doing this again. So then it pushed out a second Albo leaf for me right here. Look at this. And this one is just, it's even prettier. Hannah, if you're watching, can you believe how beautiful this variegation, this pattern is? Salty peeps, can you believe? Just wow, 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 wow. I am just in love with this plant, and it looks like it's a little swole. It's a little swole right here, right? You can see the little swelling happening. So this is basically another leaf forming inside of the second leaf. And I'm so excited again to just see how large and voluminous and just thick, you know, the leaf is going to be. This one is like hardened, so it is definitely ready to push out a new leaf. And I can't be any happier. I can't complain. I am so happy that I decided to, one, ask you all for some advice, and also be active in regards to actually putting in the effort, putting in the work to give the plant what it wants in order for it to live its happiest life, you know, in an environment that's not native to it, right? I live in the Northeast. This is not a North American plant, okay? So those are the two Monstera Albo updates I wanted to share with you, all my salty pecans. Again, Hannah has decided to give your girl a fenestrated leaf after so many non-fenestrated, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 non-fenestrated leaves. It decided to give me the 7th one fenestrated. So we hype, we happy, we're grateful, we're thankful. Love you. Love you, boo. And this particular Albo decided to push out new foliage, so I'm really happy about it. And I'm just gonna keep letting it do its thing. I'm not gonna fuss it. Let me put it back to where it lives so you all can see. Boom. I'm gonna let it do its thing. We're not gonna bother it any more than we already have during this video. So with that being said, my salty pecans, thank you so much for watching this video. If you aren't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Become a salty pecan because we're pretty awesome here. Also hit the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. Make sure you are following me on my other social media platforms at HauzPlant, HauzPlant. Let me know if you have any particular monsteras, if you have albos. Just share your plant care, share your plant love with me. If you have other plants that you are hoping, you know, will do certain things for you, share them all down below with me. But that is all I have to share with you all today. I hope you're having an amazing Wednesday. Thank you again, my salty pecans, and I will see you on the next one. Let's get growing.